all the new developments have taken place due to education, right? But when we look at Sri Lanka is a country where education has been completely neglected. Now, if you look at, forget about universities, if you look at schools, because in the paper that more than 1,000 schools have been closed down due to lack of teachers, and when there are no teachers, students don't go to school. Now, my mother and father, they underwent education during colonial times, right? And they were saying, my mother was saying that when she doesn't go to school, the principal comes to her house, right? And asks the parents why she didn't come and ensure that they go to school. So the Britishers attributed so much of importance for education, right? But after our people took over, they have gradually neglected education, and they have tried to inculcate our nationalism, religion, culture, and all that. And I mean, if you look at science and technology, that is also a dying kind of situation. There are people who don't want to do science, technology, engineering. They want to take easy paths like management and research. So engine of growth is absolutely education, and that is something which we should emphasize upon, right? And spending money on education is absolutely essential for individual development as well as development of country and in the final outcome and development of the whole world, right? And education is something by which we train the individual to use the brain, right, to the highest possible extent in the most productive way, right? So that is education, right? So we should stick to this caption of having 6% GDP on education due to these reasons, right? Now, best example is agriculture is going down because if you look at farmers, they don't know what photosynthesis is, Prabha translation, right? They are just going and cultivating, doing cultivation. They don't know what photosynthesis. They don't know whether what is required for that. Now, Epal rock phosphate deposit was discovered in 1931. There we have 60 million tons, right? Now 41 years have gone, still we can't use it. We haven't spent any money on research or that kind of thing. So that kind of thing comes through education, and the emphasis of the government to get the universities to do research, and come out with practical implementable processes, right? And finally the entire country will benefit. So that is something which is very, very important. Thanks.
Well, Professor Priyanka has asked the question about this DBP and so in your first slide, can you please raise it?
Yeah, no, actually there's not a question in this clarification on that particular. I was wondering whether
if you like, I can highlight few numbers.
Yeah,
certainly.
Feel free to add. Yeah, certainly.
I'll write the numbers.
You can use it.
Yeah, of course. Right, now we talk about 6% GDP. Now first question is, what is our GDP? And 2011, 50 billion US dollars. And you can today multiply this by 130, 6,500 billion rupees. So in rupee terms, 6,500 billion. And let's look at 6% of that. 0.06. We are talking about 65 into 6, 130 to 260, 390 billion rupees. Now that's what we are asking for, education in our country, in our sector. Now what is the present expenditure? Our budget is 1,200 billion rupees, and we are asking for 8. No, our present expenditure 7.3%. Let's say 8%, and we come to 100 billion. So this is our budget. These are budget. These are budget. These are budget. So I mean, we get the money from our budget, right? And our budget is 1,200 billion, and we get is 2012 budget, and we spend 8%. We get 8%. And for example, now we are getting 100 billion, and we are asking for 390 billion. So these are the numbers we are talking, right? So then we look at how the other sectors have fared. So Health sector 7.3%. And now Professor Kumar also mentioned one sector doing very well. That is highway sector. And 2010 expenditure 100 billion. 2011 close to 140 billion. Expenditure for 125 billion. 2012 150 billion. And expectation for 2013 175 billion. Now you can see we have a sector that is rising in a spiral, whereas education remain 100, it might become 105, maximum 110 in near future. And we say it's going down because our GDP is rising.
This one is constant.
Yeah, GDP is expected to hit something like 60 billion US dollars by 2012 end or 2013. We should be somewhere there. We should be somewhere there. So GDP is rising. This education remains around 100 billion, 105, 110. And we, in the same country, we have other sectors doing very well, like rising every year. So that's the situation. So we have to get these numbers right when you talk to the people. Because otherwise, they might think you are getting 100 billion rupees. And why can't you do it? And our fertilizer subsidy is only 50 billion rupees. And that's